All right, people. So I want to talk about Justice Scalia just dying a few days ago. Now, I first caught suspicion of this whole story a few days, actually, right when it came out, when they're like, "Oh, he died of natural causes." I'm like, "Wait a minute, natural causes? What the fuck is that?" And they're so quickly they're like, "Well, there's no foul play, nothing to see here. He just died in his sleep." And I'm like, "Wait, how do they know so quickly that how he died?" It was just okay, he's dead, and they know how he died. I'm like, okay. And then it comes out, oh, it was a heart attack. That's what they said. Oh, it's a heart attack. And then they're like, well, it could be something different now. It could be, now they don't know what the fuck's going on. So many conflicting stories. And then they're like, oh, we're not going to have an autopsy. The family doesn't want an autopsy. A judge said they're not going to have an autopsy. Wait, they obviously don't know what killed him because they've said many different things that have been incorrect or changed about this story. So why aren't they having a motherfucking autopsy to determine how he died? Is there something to hide here? There very well could have been. So we see these conflicting media reports. We see suspicious activity going on with the whole thing of there's not going to be an autopsy. Yeah, I'm called a conspiracy theorist, and many other people are called a conspiracy theorist to question whether or not he was killed by somebody who had political interests in mind, or some group of people, whatever, if it was within government or big business. Because people don't understand how much power the Supreme Court holds. I mean, if they make a ruling about something like a coal power plant and shut down numerous coal power plants, we're talking billions of dollars on hand here that could go, to a business or that can take away from a business. You think that a company cares about what, a big greedy person who owns a big corporation or a politician cares about one person? I mean, we all know companies. They pollute. They dump their waste in water supplies. They pollute the air, harming many people. You think they care about the death of one person? No, they don't. So why are people, being called crazy for questioning this? And isn't it funny? All these conservatives are just ending up dead. If you look at Andrew Breitbart, dead. Michael Hastings, dead. Jim Webb, or Gary Webb was his name, I believe, the guy who talked about the government running drug operations, dead. And now Scalia, dead. Why are all these mainline conservatives, these big popular conservatives, dying who are going against the government? It's just so funny how they just all end up dead, So, but then you get called a conspiracy theorist if you question it. If you question, that. So, it's just fucking, a crazy world we live in nowadays. And, again, I'm very suspicious of this story. I'm not saying that he got murdered by anybody, but I'm just saying this stinks. This story really fucking stinks. And there's many suspicious things about this story. Like right when I saw the fucking headline, and I believe it was the Judge Report, Scalia dead, I'm like, whoa, did somebody kill him? So, I mean, it's been declassified 40 years ago that they have a heart attack gun that they could shoot into somebody that has like a substance on it, and it would kill them, and there would be no trace of it. And that was 40 years ago. You think the technology has gotten much better now? I mean, just go search CIA heart attack gun. It's been declassified. So, I'm sure more will come out on this story, but I wanted to make a video on it, just talking about the, I don't get why more people are questioning this story. I mean, there's been conflicting reports. There's been numerous changes of the story. And I don't know what's going on, but it definitely stinks. They're just coming out. It really alarmed me when they first came out and said, well, he died of natural causes. Nothing to see here. We know what killed him. They just came to this conclusion so quickly. Within like hours of when he was killed, they came to this conclusion of how he died, when he died, and all the details, and just told us to move on. And it's so interesting how this happens right at the end of Obama's reign. It seems like just in time for Obama to nominate another Supreme Court justice, which could, again, turn the tides in many key decisions, which could yield much political power to the Democrats, which could yield much more, this could lead to more money being given out to a corporation or some shit like that. There's so much power, so much money involved in this. So to say that somebody would kill somebody over this, and then to call those people crazy who are questioning if that happened or not, how is that crazy thinking? I mean, what do you think? Nobody's evil in this world? Is everybody perfect? Are the government? Yeah, the government's really good. Yeah, the government's never done anything like this before. I mean, there's been numerous things declassified, like the Tuskegee experiment, DARPA, that have done things way worse than this. I mean, our own government intentionally injected people with syphilis, black people with syphilis. I mean, do you really think that our government would, they're just too nice to do this? Yeah, it's all nice and lovely there in politics, it's all nice and lovely. So while the liberals will, attack you for questioning this, question it, people. It's great and healthy to question it. And don't let people, call you crazy and a crackhead, question it. It's great to question it. And I know we're a small part of we're not a majority. Most people won't question this, and you'll be called crazy for doing it. But we're increasing our population. The people who question things like this is getting higher and higher. So keep doing it. Make YouTube videos about it. Talk to your family and friends about it, so we become more mainstream. So that's all I gotta say about this. This story really stinks to high heaven. So leave your comments below. Do you think he was murdered by somebody, or do you think he was actually had a heart attack and died of natural causes? So leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about it, because I see a lot of great comments about points I failed to make or don't think about. So always leave your comments below. I look at all of them. Might take me a while to get to them, but I do look at all of them. So there you go, people. There's my thoughts on Scalia's death.